Move on now to this morning's GMA cover story. It's about the teacher trying to spark a new movement on health. Doug Schmidt has issued a 10-day challenge to eat a plant-based diet, and already over 1,000 people have joined it. There's even a support group on Facebook. Diana Sato here with the story. And Diane, Schmidt resolved to make the change after a near-fatal heart attack.
That's right. He wasn't even 50 when he had that heart attack, and then another heart scare that same year. He says that's when he knew he had to make a big change. Boy, did he. 60 pounds later, he says eating a plant-based diet has not only transformed his physical appearance, but overall health and wellness, and now he's convinced over 1,300 people to join him. He's the teacher inspiring a revolution with his incredible weight loss and new lease on life.
I've had people who, they came to me and said, Doug, I hear maybe you can help me with this issue.
It started in 2008 after what Doug Schmidt calls a widowmaker heart attack at age 49.
And all of a sudden I got a tightness in my chest. And then the nausea kicked in.
At 225 pounds, he knew he had to make a big change and put aside his favorite foods.
Maybe a couple eggs, a couple strips of bacon. I loved my cheese. For dinner, nothing like a good baguette with some bruschetta, a side of steak, some mashed potatoes, or have a glass of wine. There was always cookies, there was always cake, there was always pies. Then snack on some ice cream before going to bed. Equal portions, 1 cup to 1 cup.
Instead, he switched over to a plant-based diet.
You're giving up a lifetime of eating habits, and it's hard to change those.
Diets centered around plants have become a health food craze. Even stars like Beyonce and Jay-Z are reaching for the greens.
The evidence is overwhelming that you can use diet and lifestyle to treat and even reverse disease.
39% of Americans say they want to eat a more plant-based diet, and it can make a big difference when it comes to improving health.
Diet is probably the single most important influence on health across the lifespan in the United States today.
For Schmidt, his new eating habits helped him lose 60 pounds over 3 years.
My day starts with a bowl of oatmeal with flaxseed, hemp seed, bananas, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries.
And he says he no longer has to take medications.
I feel truly like I'm in my 20s. I have so much energy.
Now 59, he's using some of that energy to lead more than 1,300 of his teaching colleagues in a 10-day Jumpstart Your Health Challenge.
Doug is there day and night for people.
And using a Facebook group to keep everyone on track and offer support when times get tough.
This has changed my life. I look at what I eat differently.
Everybody needs that person to lean on, and if I can be that, terrific.
And clearly Doug's doing something right. 2 years ago, he had 30 participants. Last year, 65 participants. This year, as I said, more than 1,300 from school districts all over New York State. And the guidelines are simple. 10 days of whole food, plant-based, no oil, and he's already planning a celebration to end the challenge, where he says he hopes to help people convert this into more long-term change, George.
Great stuff there, Diane. Thanks very much. Let's talk about it now with our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Jen Ashton. So what's your take on this plant diet?
Well, listen, I think there's definitely data that's